Hello everybody! Today we're going to go on a really fun ride. I'm actually trying to recreate my first serious bicycle ride in 2017 that kicked off this whole thing. But I realized when I got down the road that I had forgot my helmet. So I had to turn around before I got too far from the house and go back and get my helmet. Safety first. Alright. I love this descent. This is a good fun descent down to the creek. Alright, so we made it around to the blacktop, and here we are rolling into the airport, where I decided to treat myself to a Mountain Dew. They've got a pop machine. It's one of my stops once in a while on a bike ride. And before you say it, I know, what's a guy that's trying to lose weight doing buying a Mountain Dew? Well, that's the first Mountain Dew that I've had in probably several months. I can't even remember the last Mountain Dew I had. So here I am taking some pictures. It's neat to stop. When you're on a bike, you can stop and you can see all this stuff that you wouldn't normally pay attention to in a car. You can pause it if you want to see that. And then that is an awesome, amazing piece of work there. But anyway, I took my pictures and moseyed back to the bike. And we're going to get back on the road. We're on my Trek Excalibur again. So far, the reason that's the only bike I've been riding is because it's so muddy. I don't want to get my other bikes dirty. And another reason is I told myself that until I get to a certain weight, I won't say what that weight is, but until I get to a certain weight, I'm going to ride my Trek Excalibur because it's my heaviest bike, and it's going to take the most effort to pedal it. And so I'm going to get the most exercise effect by riding that bike. And when I get below a certain weight, hopefully here soon, I'm going to start jumping on my hybrid, which is a new bike to me, my 7700. So that'll be a lot of fun. This is great road to ride down to Sandusky on here, Airport Road, because the whole thing is almost kind of sloped gradually downhill, and so you can get some really good speeds on Airport Road. It's not as fun to go the other way, obviously. One of the things I wanted to mention is the cars were really respectful today. I only had one car that didn't get all the way in the other lane, and that's pretty impressive. I think wearing that bright green like construction jacket with those reflective strips, I think that makes a difference. Now here, I was kind of being bad right there. One of my rules is I stay 4 or 5 feet away from a parked car like that, because you never know when they're going to open their door. And that could obviously be really bad. So you want to be careful when you're driving by a parked car. Got the beautiful mighty Mississippi River on the left here. That is what you call Lake Cooper, which is kind of the water that's dammed up by the Kilcook Dam. And they call it Lake Cooper because the guy that headed the construction of the dam, his last name was Cooper. Nice bicycle lanes on River Road. This time of year they're really sandy, and you got to watch out for glass. There's a lot of trash and debris, so you got to be kind of careful with that. Here we are heading up Rand Park Hill. I've sped up the film here because it took me a while to chug up that hill. But I'm really happy because when I did that ride in 2017, I about had a heart attack, and I actually had to turn right here and stop for a little bit, and I swore I was like gonna have a heart attack. I remember that. It was awful. But today, it was no problem. Still mission accomplished. Still had plenty of energy when I got to the top, didn't even have to take a break. So that made me happy. Here we are rolling down Grand Avenue. I like going down Grand, it's just like Airport Road. It's sloped, and so you get some nice speeds going down Grand, and you just barely have to put any pressure into the pedals. It's nice. We had a car sitting there, so I had to obey the traffic signs. And now we are going to head down 4th Street. I was on my way today to go see the remnants of the train that derailed. The other day, there was a derailing under the bridge in Kilcook. So I thought, well, I'll ride my bike down there and check it out. It was a nice 48 degrees when I left the house today at 4 p.m. And it gradually cooled down, and I was cold by the time I got home. This part right here always drives me nuts. I get great momentum coming down the hill, and then I have to burn it all off with my brakes because I always get stuck at a red light. I've even tried to time it before to where I roll through there at a green light, but it just never works out. Going by the cellar, my good buddy Brad owns the cellar. Now you can't see it, but to the left there was a guy standing on the side of the road with a bicycle. I waved at him there, but I noticed as I went by that his bicycle had a motor on it. It had like some pulleys on it and stuff, and it looked like it had an electric motor on it. And I'm kicking myself now for not stopping and talking to him. It would have been really cool, but I was just being shy, I guess, and I just waved and went on. But I wish I would have stopped and checked out his rig. It looked pretty cool. So here's the coal left over from the train derailment. Quite a bit of it. Took me a nice little break. Then I got to get right back on the bike and go. One of the things that I'm going to do this year is I'm going to keep my brakes a little shorter. That kind of slowed me down last year getting where I needed to go. I was hanging out too long at bars and stuff. This is a great fun descent here, obviously, going down the Rand Park Hill. Heading back in the other direction now. Got some great speed here. This is close to 40 miles an hour. Very fun. I was originally just going to do the original ride that I did in 2017, but I decided I packed some food. I had a little extra. I had that Mountain Dew and had me an apple. So I decided I've got the energy, and I had my headlight. So I decided I was just going to go on past Sandusky, and I was just going to go on to Montrose because I never made it to the Sandbar the other day, which was where I really wanted to go, which is the new bar in Montrose. Ain't no better way to see the world than this. The seat of a bike. Sun's going down. Got my headlight. Got my GoPro. Rocking out to my music. Got everything I need. I'm fairly warm. My feet are a little bit cold, but I'm going to be riding home in the dark. I'm on my way to Montrose. I'm going to stop at the Sandbar. Beautiful evening. Love it. A little cool, but spring's coming, baby. All right. Now we're heading down Galland Hill. This is the hill where I've seen my highest speeds. Today wasn't the case though. Didn't break any records today. But we're getting close to 40 miles an hour here. About like we were coming down the hill from Rand Park. It's a lot of fun on that mountain bike because it's so heavy that it's really stable. It's basically like a motorcycle. In fact, if I had a motor on that mountain bike, I wouldn't feel uncomfortable going 55 on it. Now we're making the final descent into Montrose. Get that nice last burst of speed as you roll into town. It makes it fun. So one of the things I wanted to say, and you can leave your comments down below, I can't always talk about bicycling on these or they're going to get boring really fast. They're already probably boring for most of you. But one of the things that I want to do is start talking about different topics. during these vlogs. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Here I am rolling into the Sandbar in Montrose. Had some good times at this bar on my bicycle. Today we're just going to have a lemonade. Alright, we're here at the Sandbar. Say hi, Roger.
Hey.
We're here at the Montrose Sandbar. I finally made it. Woo. Well, just had a quick lemonade and talked to a few of my friends and jumped back on the bike. It was getting dark. Testing out my headlight. I was having some trouble with it the last time I rode, so the GoPro doesn't do very good in the dark. But turning back onto the gravel, and we're on the final mile now. There was a nice bright moon out, but you couldn't really see it. The GoPro. Gotta get the mail. And to my surprise, I didn't have any bills. So that was quite nice. Thank you all for watching my bike vlogs. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you have any ideas or something I should do. And we'll see you next time.